Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to Brooklyn Cafe. I can't believe that we finally got a show started today.
It's
in
been
between
a day.
total chaos.
Actually, not really, but
That.
I have to tell you, happy Monday. Tomorrow we enter Mercury retrograde, so none of this stuff that happened this morning was really of any surprise to me. I was glad that we got out as unscathed as we did on just one little piece of equipment, quite honestly. Tomorrow,
Unscathed? What do you think this is? Unscathed. We got unscathed. I opened the vein and the lungs came out.
Well,
Unscathed what?
unscathed on Mercury retrograde and resetting up the studio this morning. It could have been a whole lot worse, so I'm thankful that that's all it is.
Well, one camera down, one camera out, and we're unscathed. We didn't have a show this morning unscathed. We barely got this show done. It's 12:20, whatever, unscathed.
Well, here's the scary part. Val now has my account to B&H. And all of my credit cards. But you know what? You got to put trust. And so we got some new parts coming all on the way. Happy Monday to you.
Yeah, happy Monday to you too. We have a new sound effect that so far is 0 for 2.
We got one to two. So
0
we'll
for
do
2.
2 and 2.
0 for 2. There were 2 bits and pieces they could have used it, and they didn't, but that's okay.
How was your weekend?
It stunk.
Why?
I had the worst weekend in my life. What do you mean, why?
Why? Did any of your teams
Because,
lose?
first of all, I've been screaming all weekend about how bad the Jets are. Let me tell you how bad they are.
How bad
They're
are they?
What are they, 0-5? They're 0-5.
Remember Richard Dawson? And how bad are they?
0-5.
It was so bad that,
They're 0-5.
yeah,
They're going to screw up the first round pick because they don't know who to take. They'll probably get a punter.
they're 0-5. They're worse than the
0-5.
Dolphins.
They will be 0-16.
They're worse than the Dolphins.
They don't fire the coach. The quarterback that went in there yesterday, it looked like he belonged to Jerry's kids. I don't understand this guy. He couldn't throw a ball to a
He
guy that
didn't
was
really
wide
just
open.
say that. I am so sorry if he offended anyone. Really?
He's horrible. That whole team is horrible. I'm 58. If I was playing, I could catch a football. They may break me in half, but I could catch a football.
That was perfect.
You see, that's not the way that's supposed to work.
Yes, that is the way. I like that.
That must be a Vinny.
Comedian.
That must
That was
be a
really
Vinny.
funny.
That must
That
be a
was
Vinny.
funny.
But anyway, my Jets lost, my Giants lost, Prescott broke his leg.
Oh,
Yes.
But I won it continuously. It's not one time. What is it with you? She thinks it's one time.
That was funny. Your Jets lost, your Giants lost, the Dolphins won.
Yes.
Oh my God, they beat the 49ers. I lost money. I can't
Destroyed
believe this.
They
the 49ers.
destroyed, right?
Destroyed the
What?
49ers.
No, that's
I
not
know.
destroyed. What happened to the Lakers was destroyed. But I got to give you credit, Slick. I got to tell
They
you.
did hold their own.
Miami wasn't even supposed to be there. That team was there, hats off. And they played hurt, man. They was no quitting that team. They were still hitting 3-pointers to get it from 30 down to 21.
And they did great. And went
Gotta
to
flip
6
your hat.
games. I mean, it could have ended a lot faster, and they went to 6 games, and it was great, and it brought everyone together, and I thought it was
Stop
nice.
it. I didn't know it was 6 years.
Hug a tree.
Hug a tree. And I don't think LeBron deserved the most valuable player. I think Davis did. I'm sorry.
That's what
I'm
I
moving on
heard.
with that. But they want to make it so that he's the next GOAT. You know what the GOAT is?
Greatest of all time.
Ah,
I've never known
I like
Greatest
that,
of all
Slick.
time.
Technical difficulties over there?
Greatest of all time, guys.
The
Yeah.
GOAT. Brady is considered the GOAT.
LeBron, he's considered. I can't put that GOAT title on him.
I can't either.
It's kind of like because
But
of the facts that you pointed out, because he could have stayed on one team and he could have been great too. He's a great player nonetheless, but
Yeah, well, I would be a great
Gold
player
title.
if I bring the magnitude of talent he brought. Davis, he brought You got guys like J.R. Smith on the bench. These guys are starters on any other team. What are you kidding me?
All seriousness, you're right.
Their 10 players are superstars. All of them have played
The
in
Lakers?
the All-Star. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, they said they were going to win it. They said they were going to win it for
I don't want to hear
Kobe.
that. I don't want to hear that.
Why?
Because we need to stop bringing up Kobe.
Because what's happening is that they're taking a sentimental situation and they're adjusting with what they did. Okay, then just give them the trophy and why play?
Correct.
I think that he did a really good job putting a game forward. I really do. 6 out of 7 when they were already down 2-0. Come on, they brought it back.
Who?
The Heat.
I think that the Heat deserve a lot of credit. I'm talking about the
Absolutely.
Lakers.
Oh, I know, but the Heat really did a fantastic job. They did a great job.
They did a great job getting there, yes. And I was shocked. And I told this to Slick. He said they're going to get in. I said, it's impossible. They got by Boston, yes. Yes, it was a good series. But what happened yesterday, the demolishing that happened yesterday was just ridiculous. But anyway, moving on. So you're telling me what kind of Tampa Bay all of a sudden they beat the Houston Astros? I hate this. They're calling the Astros the cheaters. That ain't right. They beat the Yankees. I don't see the Yankees saying, oh, they cheated. They beat you fair and square for the second year in a
How
row.
old are you? 6?
12.
Gosh, I feel like you're acting like a 9-year-old. Seriously. Thank you very much. Yes.
You see, they have to deliver it on the joke, not on the aftermath. This is going to be hilarious today.
But
I
we had
am.
a great morning in here. I'm thinking when
Wait
Jerry
a
was here
second.
playing
Wait,
the piano.
wait. We're not done with the bad weekend.
That you're out. How can you have a bad weekend?
I just explained.
Okay. Keep
Just
telling me.
explain,
Keep
Lucy.
telling me about the black cloud, my friend.
I shall remain silent.
What else happened that was so
Oh,
bad?
then they come in here. We lost the camera. You know.
You are kidding, right?
What do you mean? I'm kidding.
Okay, so Friday we had a great event. It was here's the dark and here's the light.
I have
so let
a bone.
me share the other side
I have
of
a
this.
bone to pick. Slick, you're gonna have to keep me back on this one.
Friday we had a great Fem City event.
Uh-huh.
We had 10 women and Vinny.
Hey, Vinny.
You could
Oh,
have come back, but
Vinny!
you chose not to.
Vinny, can I see your
return.
skirt, Vinny? What, did he shave and they let him in? How do you let Vinny in?
They never. That's why they actually,
I like that one.
they actually thanked Vinny for being here as the
Amazing.
photographer.
Yeah.
Patty,
Wow.
Fem City.
Me
They were
and
really
you are
happy
gonna have
that-
to talk. How did he get in?
I don't know.
He just stayed.
I just chilled around like, hey, what's up?
He stayed, he helped. It was nice to have Vinny on premises. He helped move some things around. Teddy was bartender, Val was her assistant. We had 10 women, everyone socially distant. It was a great event, sponsored by Gubba Rum and Fem City. And Boca Liquors, they sold a couple bottles of the Gubba. I think they sold 2 or 3 bottles, which was great. So they were really happy and very nice. So it was a nice event. We came back in, we put the studio together. You know what happened to me on Friday night? I got home at 9. Vinny stayed with me till like 9 o'clock. I took off my shoes and they did not move
They
until this
exploded.
morning.
You ever
Pretty
take off your
much.
shoes and your shoes explode?
No makeup, no hair. I did not leave my house for 48 hours. I was just done until I came back in here this morning. I almost had like PTSD of actually leaving the house. And then as I walked out of the bedroom this morning, I stepped on a piece of glass. And Chuck looked at me and he goes, he looks at me, he goes, you are kidding. He said,
God
do you
don't
need like a
like-
constant guardian? I went, pretty
No,
much.
you just need to put on shoes.
Apparently I
Didn't you
do.
break a candle the other day? That's still the glass in the remnants.
Apparently it was.
God don't like ugly.
What ugly was
How
it
long
about?
have we known Fem City? 3 years?
Yes.
God don't like ugly. 3 years I've been asking to go to the event.
You chose
God don't
not
like
to
ugly.
come.
All of a sudden, Vincenzo's in the house. God don't like ugly.
told you to come back.
I am not allowed. Yeah, you told me to come back when they left. I'm talking about during.
You should have come back.
God don't
You
like
had an
ugly.
event
Where's
until
that
7.
glass?
It's out. You had an event until 7. I told you to come back, but it was a nice event. We came back. They set up the studio. They did a great job. We're only down a camera and a half because one camera happened to have broken a few weeks ago. So that we're going to send to be repaired, but it's all good.
My new friend Vincenzo is now the Fem City Mail sponsor.
Yes.
3 years I asked. Don't yes me.
I know.
If you're gonna yes, talk into your mic.
I feel some type of way because I'm like, where's my golden
Get an
ticket?
invitation.
You went to work. Here's what you gotta love about Vinny. He did not wait for the invite. He just was here.
Wow. I
You
can't
know?
believe it.
You've got
I can't
something-
believe this.
I think, guys, it gives you something to learn. Just show up.
I'll just show up.
Tonight that glass is gonna get the other foot.
The glass slipper, me and Cinderella. That's all I can tell you.
I can't believe this. 3 years. Wait till I see her. I'm gonna have him standing next to me. Oh, so you allowed him in, but you know allow me in. Oh, yeah, come on back, Freddie. What am I, a rat? I'm gonna be back when everything's done. I get to get the scraps.
We could have used your help, actually, clean up a little bit.
It's all about what I can get. What can I get? Freddie,
No.
come back, because we can sure use your help.
And actually, this morning, Kendra came in with Jerry, which was awesome. And I said to Jerry, Kendra, Erica was here doing her podcast, and I said to her guest, and what do you do? And he said, I'm a pianist and I sing. And I looked at him and I looked at the closed piano and I said, would you play? And he said, it's like giving an addict the keys. He said, but really respectful, nice guy. He said, I have to be asked. I can't just assume you would want me to open up a piano and play, which was really nice.
He said what?
He said, being a pianist and seeing a piano is like being an addict and walking into a bar. It's like something you really want to have. He said, but he would not play it unless he was asked. So he went to play it, which was beautiful, and he said, do you know the history of this piano? He said, do you know what I can feel coming out? He goes, if only a fly on the wall could tell you what this piano has seen. He said, let me tell you, I can feel what this piano has seen. And he kind of left it at that, which was pretty cool.
Yes, because I found out that you and your sister used to hide your booze in the piano.
My sister did for sure.
And a few other
There is
things.
no doubt.
I found a pair of underwear in there. I just don't know who they belong
You
to.
might have, if they hadn't taken apart the whole harp when they took it to get apart, you might have found
No,
something.
he found it. He says, what do you want to do with these? It's an 86. Listen, do me a favor. If you got a wacky story, give us a call. What's the number?
888-994-4995, Studio A.
And I don't want to say nothing, but this phone is sticky.
I think, yeah, it probably
This is a sticky phone.
And we just gotta rub it
Look,
down.
look, it stays on my hand.
Let's rub it down a little bit.
What you do with this phone? You were the last one to handle this.
A lot of stuff happens with me in
Oh,
that
don't
phone.
tell me. I said I gotta wash my hands.
It's nice and red.
Oh, moving on.
Yes.
86. That's it.
Hard pass, I
Give
gotta
us a
tell
call.
you. But we got a nice show lined up. I'm hoping we have Anu Kai joining us. We had a little bit of technical difficulties last week where they were popping in and out. So she's going to be joining us. She is a grandmapreneur. And then we've got Karma Bath Company joining us on the 1 o'clock hour that Valerie has booked. And Val and Chenzo did their shows together this morning, which I think was pretty cool.
We did Kendra's podcast, which we're gonna. I guess we give it to her, or will we air that? We gotta ask the podcast maven.
And you got to ask, I think her producer who actually
Who's
posted
Mr. Podcast maven? He doesn't even know I'm talking about him.
Pierre? It doesn't matter what they have, they're not using them.
Hey, 3. Sorry, guys.
What time is the
3.
segment?
As soon as Connie's on, you guys let me know, okay?
Okay.
Now, a couple of exciting things. We got 150 hits on a podcast that Pierre put on for the radio station. And we got a big bopper on this thing, so Pierre's doing a nice job with the podcast. So I asked Pierre that I want him to learn how to sell podcasts in our community.
Actually, Chatterbox of South Florida was just here when Kendra was doing her piece, and she says to me, you rent out your studio for podcasts? And I said, absolutely. And she said, oh my gosh, that is so great to know. She said, because people want to get out of their houses and they want to do their podcasts and they don't want to be at their desk anymore. So she was happy to know that we actually do rent out our studio for podcast production.
Now, before we get to our guests, I wanted to ask Mia, who works in the restaurant business at the bars and stuff. I wanted to find out what the latest and greatest is, because our numbers went up from 10% below to 13.2%
On COVID,
in the last on COVID. So I just wanted to get an input as to what's going on, so you can tell us a little bit.
My job is Burton Max's in Delray. We are now, I don't think we're open to full capacity, but we have all of our bar seats back. So we're back to normal bar seating. I think the tables are still like socially distanced and everything, but you don't have to be socially distanced at the bar anymore. People are like sitting all
So they're
next
sitting
to each
at
other.
the bar?
Yeah, you could sit at the bar right next to someone now, which is pretty crazy.
Wow.
It's definitely a lot more busy now too, which is
Are they
good.
wearing masks?
No, you don't have to wear a mask.
They're not wearing masks either.
You have to wear it into the restaurant. I think that's the same thing for everywhere, but you don't have to wear it once you're seated.
Does that make any sense to you?
No.
Not at all.
So you have to wear it into the restaurant, but when you sit at the bar, so essentially there's 4 people between you and I.
Yeah.
If we walked in with the mask, we're good. But we can sit down like this and not wear one. Makes
I
a whole
guess
lot
it
of
made sense when there was tables because you would walk to your own table and you're only
Yes.
with your own people. That makes sense. The bar thing doesn't really make sense. And then we always have people who will get up and go to the bathroom and all the bartenders are like, put your mask on, and everyone ignores us.
Because it makes no sense anymore.
Yeah. We
You mean the
definitely could-
bartender tells you to put your mask on, they don't put it on?
Yeah, some people out there are pretty childish. Like, we have people that are just like, I'll just cover my face. I'm like,
You know, you
No
all
one
have masks on
listens.
as the employees, right?
we have to wear masks and gloves, and I have to change my gloves every like 30 minutes, and I have to like use hand sanitizer anytime I touch anything that someone touched. Like all these rules.
Now, one of the things I drove around yesterday because I wanted to have breakfast. And I went to a few places that shall remain nameless. And the wait was over an hour in each place.
And then don't you say why I can make eggs at home for
But
30
hold on,
cents.
I just wanted to see what was going on. That's all, you know, I can do that too. I can do 2 or 3 things at one time. You'd be surprised. So I found a place in Delray. Nope. We used to be in Delray, right? North of there,
Boynton?
Boynton. I found a place in Boynton that I have, and I'm not going to tell nobody the name because I don't want nobody going there. And the food is maravilloso. It's delicious. It's great. And it's big. And in there, everybody kept a mask on until they sat at a table and they went to the bathroom. Everybody washed their hands, including me, before we ate. Why are you laughing?
Shouldn't you always
How
do
old
that?
are you?
I mean, you should always do
Okay,
that.
when you
yeah.
go to a restaurant, the
Thanks.
first thing you do is you go to the bathroom and wash your hands?
No, I gotta read what I need and then I go to the back. Oh, that
Out
kind
of
of
your
run.
car, into the restaurant, at the table, you take off your
But
mask.
that's not what you said. You said everyone went to the bathroom and
And
washed
wash
their
their
hands,
hands.
No, I
including
meant,
me.
I meant,
yeah.
I meant,
The way you said the way you
Yay,
said
Freddie,
it,
thank you.
the way you said it, you're like,
they went in the restaurant.
it's the way you delivered
they
it.
Had their food. They went to the bathroom, washed their hands. I was shocked. No, I know everybody washes their hands.
It's your delivery, yeah, delivery. It was like,
Sorry, so what happens when I sleep for 2 days.
Yes. Anyway,
What kind of food do they have?
everything. I had a Reuben. I haven't had a good Reuben since all this started, and with a cup of coffee, and that brought me back to New York. I'm going to tell you, right there, I wanted to just never leave the place.
Should have tried that Jacob's Deli place.
No. It was everywhere I went was
Because it was
packed.
Wow.
You know the whole food place where 9 Rounds is? You couldn't get a parking
On Linton.
because BurgerFi is there. Watchtower, not Watchtower, what is it?
First watch?
That one is there. And there's no parking. And people were fighting with each other over a parking spot.
It's crazy.
You ever notice that you're coming and you're going to make a left and somebody just has to make a quick right? The right of way is to the right. If you get there before them, you're supposed to take it, right? You know, people taking my spot.
Yeah, people don't know right away.
yeah,
It's
people
a fighting
don't.
words.
It's reckless out on these
That was a
roads.
Miami Dolphin jersey, as a matter of fact. You know who you
Oh, you should wear a Dolphins jersey. They
I put a big X on
destroyed.
it.
They destroyed San Francisco.
You keep wishing that.
Let's go to
You saw
commercial
the
break.
score.
When
It
we
was-
come back, we've got Grandmapreneur Connie Anukai joining us on the line. Then we've got Bats coming at 1:30. So stay tuned. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. Studio A, let us know how your weekend was, and we will be right back.
AskDearAbby.com. Dear Abby is a life coaching company that was founded by Abby Awotasu. At Dear Abby, we believe in empowering single women to unapologetically own their identities and grow in self-love. We know that in order for you to find true, meaningful, lasting love, you must first love and fully embrace yourself, flaws and all. Contact us today at askdearabby.com for your personalized coaching session that will get you on the path to ultimately finding your soulmate. And follow Dear Abby on social media at Ask Dear Abby on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome back to the show. Man, you gotta laugh.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe on a Monday afternoon. Wow, it's already 12:40 is all I can tell you. The other big news I had over the weekend, big news, I deleted 9,700 emails out of my email accounts.
Yeah, but that wasn't good.
Click.
Not good. We got a vendor that came in here and says, you want to pay your bill. Oh, and there must have been in the 9,800.
You know what happened, though? He was smart. He called me. He called me on Friday. I got the message Saturday, and then I saw it was in the email. So if you are looking for me and I have not replied to you, please call me or send it again because I couldn't look at 9,700 emails. I just hit delete, and I figured if they need me, they will find me.
Don't you get them on your phone?
Yes.
So delete them on your phone.
Well, I got a little backlogged, and it went back to February. So there was nothing I could, I still have about 400 I got to go through, but those I have to actually really go through. The other account, wiped it clean is all I can tell you. It was they tell me it should be cathartic. You get out with the old and in with the new. I found some emails from my ex-partner, and I'm wondering if I should actually 86 them and be gone with them.
Ask your attorney.
So that's why I haven't gotten rid of it, because I have not asked my attorney.
Did you say lethargic?
Cathartic.
What is that?
Cleansing, clearing.
I thought it was like laziness, lay back.
That's lethargic. Lethargy.
What did you say?
Cathartic.
With a K?
With a C. Sorry. The Freddie Dictionary.
What, are you making fun of me today? Is that what you're doing? You're slamming all these big words at me? Between you, Valerie, and Vinny. Vinny didn't get it right either.
You guys are so funny. Anyway, we can ask our English professor joining us. We've got Connie Inukai joining us, the grandmapreneur, co-creator, founder, and so many great things. She's created 4 stages in life. So let's bring Connie over. Hi, Connie.
Hi, can you hear me today?
Yes, you are clear.
Loud
Perfect.
and clear.
Wonderful. Well, it's so nice to be here. And by the way, Dawn, I love your wand, and I have one too. Can you see
love
this?
that. I do. Everyone should have a wand. I love it
Well,
with
this
the
is-
hearts.
Yeah, this is because I have a 4-year-old granddaughter who lives with me, and her mom made wands for her and her friends. They went outside and they picked up some sticks from outside, and then they decorated the wands.
Would you do me a huge favor? Could you send me one, please?
Yes.
Because I have to.
Yes.
This is one collection of wands. I have another one in my other studio, and I collect them. And I would love if your granddaughter would send one. I can use it and add it to my collection of wands.
You don't mind it on a stick?
No, I would love it on a stick. I think that is actually perfect because that's how she created it. I love that idea.
I even have my
Okay.
wand. See my wand?
Do you want one too?
This is that.
Freddie,
Do you like one too from a 4-year-old?
Yeah, I would like one.
Okay, so I'll send 2.
I love it. What's her name, Connie?
Victoria.
Victoria. I love that. What a great
Thank
idea.
you. Yeah, I think so too. Actually, we didn't get inspired by you. She just likes wands also.
You know what? You got to live your passion and your purpose and do what you love.
So that's why she actually designed this.
I think
So
it's a great
I'll have
idea.
her design one for you.
Actually, you know what, Connie? We have a kids network that we air on. We'll get to your interview in a second. Sorry. We have a kids network that we air on Saturdays about kids inspiring kids, and that would be really cool. Maybe we can film her and get a whole craft project on how to make a wand.
Okay, that would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. I have an 8-year-old grandson also. They both live with me. That's why I call myself grandmapreneur.
I love the grandmapreneur. So let's talk about you. You've been through many stages in life, and everyone says the 3rd stage. You actually tell us you're on your 4th.
Yes.
Give us some background on who you are and where you are now.
Okay, so I used to be a writing teacher at the University of Maryland and at Johns Hopkins University for 40 years. Wow. Okay, so I'm old.
No.
And when I retired, I kind of had to retire. I retired at age 68 because I had so many things that I wanted to do. And I used to, if you ever went to college, you know how you pull all-nighters for 4 or 5 years to get through? Well, I was pulling all-nighters for 40 years.
Wow.
So I actually retired and became an inventor. That was my second act. So I became an inventor because I had this idea burning in my head. I have lots of inventions in my head, but one of them I actually followed through with it. And I think you mentioned that last week. This is my tip and split.
The tip and split, it's such a great idea. I was telling Freddie, it's funny that you're a writing teacher because we just love to tease Freddie on his writing and his English, not because of anything other than he's a good sport. See, she understands cathartic versus lethargic. But this
Yes, I
tip
do.
and split idea, I told him about it. He says he needs one. It's a calculator with a magnifying glass and a light. Figures out the tip if you're out with other people. You don't have to take out your phone anymore.
In the restaurant.
Yes.
Yes.
And it happened. There was a story. I went to a restaurant and I put my light on, and somebody was next to me was talking to me, and I went like this. I hit the waiter in the face with the light. There was spaghetti everywhere. I was so embarrassed. I put the phone down. I said, "We should leave now."
Well, I have my own little light on here. I have a little light that's not so distracting that I built into this. So it's mainly for older people who like to go out and we can't read the menu because the print is too small on either the menu or the bill. So I have a magnifier on it, and then and the light, and then I also just to make it easy, to make it a little fun. In 3 seconds, you can figure out a tip and split the bill. So I'll send that along with the wand. Okay?
Yeah, that would be fantastic. She's going to send us one with the wand.
So we can split the bill. So let me get this right. When you go to a restaurant, if you can't read or it's too dark, I know you don't put on your glasses. I know for a fact you don't put on your
True.
glasses. So what do you do?
Sometimes I'll ask the waiter what's good. I'm usually pretty good at reading the menu. It's by the time you get the bill at the end. And actually our crew, and they're young, they said after they've had a few drinks, they're having a hard time deciphering the bill, so even they would love it.
I
Well,
want one for the bar. For
You
sure.
want one for the bar? So me
Yeah,
as a
because
bartender.
a lot of people, I have to read the menu to people all the time, and I also, we have a flashlight back there to give to people who can't read because it's too dark, so I need one of those.
Dark. Why is it so freaking dark?
Yeah.
Set the
mood
mood.
lighting.
See, Connie, it's
it's
not
for
just for
Set the
older people, it's
mood.
for everybody.
Everybody, Connie, because it's so freaking dark. I ordered spinach thinking it was spaghetti, you know? I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's true, though.
Well, I had so much fun inventing this because, I know the problem, with my vision. So I came up with a solution for it. And I also know that I usually ask the server also what's good. Or I ask, I ask my kids, if I'm out with my kids, can you read it for me? So I invented this, and I had no idea how to invent anything. But I actually did it.
How did you do it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very interesting question. I had the idea, and my ex-husband is a brilliant engineer and mathematician. So I called him up and I told him my idea. He's Japanese. That's why my name, Inukai, is so hard to say. But I told him what I wanted to do. So he actually developed all the algorithms to make this so it runs smoothly. And my ex-husband actually was in satellite communications, and he actually figured out where on Earth and on space to make communication easier.
Wow.
He used to work for Lockheed Martin, and so he's a brilliant man. So he actually did all of the algorithms to make this. So I was really lucky. Neither one of us knew what we were doing.
So I got to ask you a question. Let me ask
Yes.
you a question. So you are a writing English professor by trade.
Yes.
Your
Yes.
husband is a scientific math logistical person for Lockheed Martin. How are your kids?
My kids.
Brilliant, I would think.
Yeah, they're very smart.
Yeah.
My oldest son does works with network security, and he's a great asset to me because he fixes everything that I need to know about computers. He was trying to fix my sound while I was on the phone with you.
Last week, yeah.
He does that, and he lives in Arizona, and he actually came here about 2 weeks ago, and he says, "Mom, I know you like to be on Zoom calls, and my office was so dark." And so what my son did is he spent 1 week here, and he fixed my whole office, and he actually installed a light on top of me. So my office is very bright. He also put in a webcam. I used to have a mic, and he said that doesn't work so well, so he set up a webcam
Wow.
for me that has better sound. And he just did everything for me. And whenever I have a problem, like I call him. So he's that. And my second son lives in LA, and he's brilliant also. And he actually was the CIO of the Screen Actors Guild.
Wow.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's 40 years old. My first son is 42. And my second son is 40, and he just retired from that job, and he's now the CIO of the George Lucas Museum that's being built in Los Angeles.
Wow,
So-
that's awesome.
Yeah. So he's working from home, and it was just started this year, 2020. So I'm gonna be invited to. I was actually invited to some Screen Actors Guild ceremonies, and now I'm going to get invited to the George Lucas Museum, and he works directly under George Lucas.
My
So
son
you
would go
ask
crazy.
if my children are brilliant, and my third child is my daughter, and she lives with me. She's brilliant also, but she's artsy crafty, and it was actually her idea to make the wand.
You gotta
So,
love it.
yeah, so I'm really lucky. I have 3 children and 5 grandchildren.
That's amazing. And now you created your Tip and Split. You did 40 years of being a professor, Johns Hopkins nonetheless, Tip and Split, and then you wrote a book during a pandemic because, heck, you had nothing else to do in retirement.
Well, that's my second book.
Wow.
My first book, which I wrote, is about my invention. And this is my book. And it's called How I Got My Product on QVC, The Today Show, The View, and More in My Retirement. And so I have 8 tips on how to get publicity. So what I'll do is, anybody who wants this book,
Want that too?
I can give it to you for free.
He wants that too, Connie.
Put it in the box.
Put it in the package.
Yeah, well, you can get it actually a PDF form if you just sign up for grandmapreneurinventor.com.
Okay.
You'll get it automatically. You don't even have to wait for the mail. So I'm doing that because I have, I'm old and I've got a lot of ideas, but I have no idea how to build a mailing list. I have only 10 people on my mailing list, and I just, I don't know what to do. So I decided I would build a mailing list. So I have a website where I can collect email addresses, and then you can get everything that I'm doing.
What
So
are some of
this
the
is-
tips in your book?
The
For
first
publicity?
tip,
Yeah.
the first tip I say is to be persistent. And I do this from my life experience. And I'm going to tell you, actually, a story about being persistent is when I went to an inventors trade show with my product, supposedly with my product, but my manufacturer disappointed me, and I didn't have my product ready. And they had a panel from QVC there, and I actually pitched to QVC, but I didn't have a product.
Wow.
So I just pitched it with pictures of what my product was supposed to look like, and I was so embarrassed. But they loved my idea, and they said, well, come back when you have a product. We love you, but come back when you have a product. So I went there the next year, and I said, oh, I said, I met you last year. Do you remember me? And they said, yes, we do. So I said, I have my product now. So I pitched my Tip and Split, and they immediately put me on QVC.
Holy
So I'm
cow.
kind of persistent.
Wow.
And another thing about being persistent, because I've been thinking about my life. When I was a teacher, I used to teach, I started out teaching English as a second language because I was a French major and a Spanish minor. And so I wanted to get a job at Columbia University because I lived in New York. So I walked over to Columbia University and I said, I'd like to have a job here teaching English. And they said, do you have a master's? And I said, nope. So they said, come back when you have one. So I walked across campus and I signed up to get a master's. And it took me only 1 year. And then 1 year later, I walked back to the director and I said, I have a master's now. Can I have a job? So they hired me. So like my first tip is to always be persistent. A no doesn't really mean a no. You have to ask them, why is it a no? What do I need to do to make it into a yes?
Wow.
So I think that that's like a really good tip for anybody. Don't take a no and then turn it into a yes.
That's a
And
great tip. How many have
yeah, I
you
think-
sold? How many Tip and Splits did you sell on QVC?
I sold 800 on QVC. No, actually, no, 1,500. I sold 1,500. And actually, I'm going to go on Home Shopping Network for Christmas. My only problem is I hope people will buy it because not many people are going out to restaurants these days, especially older people. So I'm hoping that changes. But who's the lady who has a restaurant?
Mia.
I work in a
Yeah.
restaurant, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll send you one. And by the way, I invented something else. I haven't used it yet. Let me just go get it.
Yeah, I think that's such a good idea. We
That would
need
be
one
great
at
to
the
keep
restaurant.
at your restaurant at the bars, right?
Yeah, and just give it to people who are like struggling to read it and be like, you can hold on to this while you're here and they'll be so happy. Maybe sell more of them for you.
And what is that?
So I made this. It's a little triangle that you can put on the table if you see somebody, if you have people who are older and can't see it. And on one side it has like maybe the specialty drinks, and on the other side it can have specials. But on the front, it has a tip and split that just comes right out. And it says, "Forgot your reading glasses, need more light? We understand. So tonight, turn off your smartphone and text and enjoy the food and ambiance."
Oh,
I haven't sold any of these,
She's
but
loving this.
I kind of want to do it. And I only have one because I made this by myself. I just found this triangle and I made, inserts into it. And you can put your own restaurant's name on top. And so because I would love to have it in restaurants.
That's
But I
brilliant.
can't send you that one because I only have one.
yeah. I think that one's also a great idea because now everyone's switching to virtual menus. And a lot of the time, older people don't know how to pull up the menu on their phone. And I have to show them that too. So if we had like a menu that I could just give and sanitize and then show people, that's also a really good idea.
Yeah, so when you're an inventor, you're always getting ideas. And I think that the true fact is that almost everybody has an invention in their head. Do you have any of you had an invention in your head?
Do you have an invention in your head?
Yes.
What?
Do you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
What you're using today that everybody uses today? We thought about this 12 to 15 years ago. And they laughed at us. They laughed that nobody would ever use virtual anything. They laughed that you don't watch sports on your phone. Major League Baseball laughed at me. The NFL laughed at me. And the invention was to show how virtual reality can work with radio stations. That you could do it on streamlining like Hulu and Amazon. None of that was around in the day. There was no Facebook either. And they laughed. But I didn't have the money to do what's going on now. If I had, I'd be retired. I wouldn't be sitting here. Be done. So it was an idea that didn't happen.
That's what happens to most of us. We all have ideas, but we just don't follow through on them. So most people have an idea in their head, and I guess I just learned how to do it.
That's
Because
amazing.
I don't want to have somebody else invent it, and 12 years later I say, boy, I had that idea too.
And
So
I
why
love
don't
the
you-
story. I love the story that you did this while you were teaching. You had your students doing a project, and you did a project for yourself at the same time.
Right, because I taught technical writing, and all of my students were engineers and computer science majors. They're brilliant. And so for part of the technical writing class, I would have them write for their career, their chosen career. I would have them write a brochure for their career. And as they were doing it, I wrote one for my own, for Tip and Split. And then I had them write an instruction manual, because you always need to do that in technical writing. You have to know how to write instructions. So I wrote the instruction manual for Tip and Split while I was teaching. And every time I would give them an assignment, I would give myself the assignment. That's why I retired. I had so many things to do, and I got tired of pulling all-nighters grading their papers. So I retired so I could devote myself. So that's what I did.
You've done incredible things. And what's the price point on the Tip and Split?
It's $19.95.
Which is reasonable.
Totally reasonable. And can you replace the battery in it?
Yeah, it comes with the battery. It comes with the battery. My only problem is that I'm selling it on Amazon, and it comes with a little battery protector in the back, so it can, stay fresh on the shelf. I've had a few returns, and when they come back, the battery protector's still in. So people are not used to they're used to, like, you had your own batteries. I put them in. So if you have the battery protector and you push the buttons, nothing happens.
You got to take the battery protector out, everybody.
You gotta get, what's that machine we have that does the lettering?
A label maker?
A label maker. Put a label maker on the glass, remove battery protector.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea, because I didn't know how to do it. I don't want them to have that, take over the packaging. But
I am guilty of something like that, and I sent it back, and they called me, and very guilty. I sent the camera back one day. The company called me, and they said it doesn't work. I says, I know, that's why I sent it back to you. You didn't take the battery protector out.
And then they told you we didn't turn it on.
They charged me $100.
Remember that? They said you hadn't turned
Really?
it on the right way.
Well, it's a little bit hard being an inventor because I didn't ever think that people would not know. It was just sticking out in the back, and you'd think that you just pull it out, but people don't know to do that.
Connie,
So
I
when
love your story.
when I send you yours, I'll take the battery protector out,
There you go.
so you don't have to worry. Especially Freddie, I'll take out your battery protector.
And bada boom.
Most definitely, yes.
I got a lot of people now around me that sort of laugh at it. You know what it is, Connie? As you get older, you get wiser. A friend called me. She says, can you show me how to work a microwave? I said, put the water in. Okay. What do you do now? She puts the numbers in. She says, but it doesn't start. I said, do you see the button that says start? So she couldn't see the letters. It's the reason why she didn't start the microwave. It wasn't that she didn't know. She couldn't. She was like, which one is it? Until I gave her a magnifying glass. Oh, there it is. Whoop!
So
I'm
this
done.
tip and split you can use for a lot of things.
I'm going to tell you. I got a whole lot of homes for this thing. Just a microwave use.
I use it all the time, especially if I want to take some medicine. I can't read it. It's so small, I can't see how many pills I'm supposed to take. So I just hold my tip and split. And that might be my next invention. I've been thinking about it, to put something that you can attach to a bottle of aspirin. Well, aspirin we know how many to take,
Well,
but something
it'll
that
read
you
It'll read
get from the pharmacy on how to read it.
It
So
has a code reader. You put a code reader on it.
Now magnifying glass she wants with a light.
Do you know that my father used to take his pills by the color and the shape of the pill? I said, Dad, what are you taking today? The blue one, the yellow one, the red one? That's the way they take pills.
Except when they change the colors, it's a problem.
No, they
Yeah, unless the colors are all white, that's when it's.
And Connie, before we go, tell us about your second book.
Oh yeah, my second book is something that I started during COVID. Because of my age, I'm 72 years old, okay? Nobody told me I'm too old to be inventing. So I didn't go out. I rarely go out, mainly just to the grocery store. But I decided, what can I do that doesn't require me to go outside? So I spent a few weeks going through all my photo albums and shoeboxes filled with pictures, because in those days we didn't have a smartphone. So I gathered all of my pictures and I made a book of my life. And actually I was inspired by Kobe Bryant, because he died in January. And everybody, he's got, kids, one of his daughters died with him in the accident. But everybody's going to know about his life because he was so famous in social media and everything. But who's going to know about me? So I decided I want people to know about me after I'm gone. So I wrote my book. Now, because I'm a writer, this is my book. That's me when I was about 2. And my book is really easy to write because it's mostly based on pictures with some captions. So because I was a writing teacher, I decided to go back to my roots of writing and teaching. And so now I'm helping other people write their life story in pictures and captions.
You could do that.
I don't have any pictures.
You want to do it?
He needs to do it, Connie.
I don't have any pictures, Connie.
Well, even if you don't have pictures, you can always do it without pictures. For example, for my college, I went to the internet and found a picture of my college, and I put it there. And I took pictures. I went to the internet. I used to work at an amusement park called Cedar Point, and I loved it. And I went to the internet and I looked up Cedar Point, and that's in my book, a picture of the roller coasters at Cedar Point. And I also used some pictures from the phone for current. And what I'm doing with this, the reason I'm doing this book is to share it with my children and my grandchildren. For example, my grandson, who's 8, is learning about the justices of the Supreme Court because we have a hearing going on. And I showed him my book, and on one page of my book, I have about my mother, who's been dead for about 12 years. But my mother was the first female law student at the University of Minnesota in the late 1930s. And she went to two of her professors were, what are their names? I actually have a picture of it in my book. Can you see? This is my mother's 50-year reunion.
Wow.
And two of her professors were Chief Justice Warren Burger and Justice Harry Blackmun.
Wow.
So I told that to my grandson so he could talk to his teacher about it on Zoom. So how would he know that? Because of my book. So I'm sharing with them so many stories from my life. One of them that I never knew, which is so interesting. Am I taking up too much time?
No, you've got him thinking, is why he's sitting here quietly.
I'm listening.
So after I started doing research about my family, I found out from one of my cousins that my mother's parents came to the U.S. from Poland in 1912, and they had to cancel their trip because my grandma had morning sickness. And the trip that they canceled was on the Titanic. So
Amazing.
I didn't even know about that. I learned about it when I was doing some research because I didn't have pictures.
Wow.
So I contacted some of my family members who had pictures. So I gathered up so many pictures from my past. And, you know, my grandson is a real fan of the Titanic. And he's always looking up stories and YouTubes about the Titanic. So I showed him the picture of my grandparents. Wait a second, let me just show you this. This is my mother. This is my grandparents. Can you see that?
Yep. Oh.
That's my grandparents. That's a picture of them when they were first married. And they were supposed to be on the Titanic, and I could have never been born. So I have so many stories that I'm sharing with my grandchildren that they absolutely love.
Connie, your stories are unbelievable. I am so glad that we got your sound connected because you're an inspiration on so many levels. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I really enjoy telling my stories, mainly because of my age. Because like a lot of people think that once you're past 60 or past 50, you're kind of like dead. And I'm here to show them that you're actually, you know, nobody told me that I can't do these things at my age. Nobody told me.
We get better with age.
I'm
Yeah.
really depressed.
Why? I'm 53-ish and you're a little bit older.
You know, it's funny, honey, because I used to tell my boys they had a great grandmother, and I wanted them to sit down and record history through her. She was born in 1901 or whatever it was, 1899, I don't know, it was way back. And they didn't do that, right? Now I look, and the kids bring in here, remember when you used to put a record at 45 and it had a little disc in there? One of the kids wears it on a hat. And everybody was like, what is that? A record player, an 8-track player. All of a sudden, I'm looking at things that I use, and I've become old. And it's kind of sad because it isn't that you're old. You have all this knowledge and you want to share it, but you guys don't know what a record player is, do you?
Yes, we do.
Have
They're
you
back
seen
again.
it?
I have a record player.
Yes, I do.
They're
Do you
back
have
again.
one? Oh, you have a throwback now.
Yeah, they're actually very popular
They
right
kind
now.
of like, you
Yes.
know what a vinyl disc is? A vinyl record?
No, I have
Alright,
one
so
that's
you're
like,
back again.
or basically my
But
brother
now
has
it's a
one that's
throwback. In
Bluetooth.
the day, that's what we used to use. I just read that breaks my heart The greatest second baseman in the history of the Cincinnati Reds passed away. Joe Morgan died last night at the age of 77. And it sends chills through my body because that was my father's greatest baseball player. He used to flap his arm. He used to call it the Morgan flap. And he died last night at the age of 77. And I look around at all the people over the weekend that died. Also, the baseball player from the Yankees and the Dodgers died.
He was like 91, though.
91, yes. But my history around me is dying. That's what's killing me. Everything that I grew up on, that I learned, my work ethic, all these players are dying. All these famous movie stars are dying. And that's what's so sad. So I understand when you say, I want people to remember my legend. I want people to remember who I was. They make fun of me because we have a company called Dignity Memorial. And I said to Dignity, who does the presidents and the kings, that my resting place, I want a party. I want you to remember me as a guy who wanted to have fun, right? And this is why. And this thing with Joe Morgan is just, it just shocks me. Of all the people, when Tom Seaver died, again, these are legends. People who made who I am.
Since you're talking about baseball, I have to tell you somebody who inspired me. Okay. Satchel Paige.
Oh,
we just had his picture.
Yeah. Really?
Yes.
So the reason he inspires me is because I learned about him, and he became a rookie baseball player at age 42, which is unheard of. And he talked about it and said, nobody told me I was too old to do that. So 42 is, very young, but for baseball, it's old. So, so that's an inspiration to me.
Satchel Paige is a great.
You are an inspiration to me, and I think for so many people, because you retired because you had more to do, and you did it. And we live in South Florida, so the retirement age here is pretty high in South Florida where we are. And what happens is people stop doing because they can retire financially. And then what happens is their body just shuts down because they stop doing things that they're passionate about. I love your story.
Thank you. Well, one of my favorite quotes is, passion has no expiration date. How do you like that? You can be passionate at any age.
Yes.
How do we get all of your information? How do we get your books, your tip and split, and find out more? But how can people get in touch with you and get all of these great things?
Thank you. So I made a website, and I'm learning all this stuff. It's not easy at my age, but technology is challenging. So actually, if you go to grandmapreneurinventor.com, I have on there, I made sort of an umbrella. On there, I have tip and split, so you can read about my product. And I also have, if you can learn all about it. I also have a link to my project about writing your life story. It's called Write Your Selfie. And I chose that name because young people are into selfies, but so old people can write their selfie.
I love it.
Because we don't do the selfies. So because I'm an inventor, I come up with some ideas. So I trademarked the name Write Your Selfie. And if you sign up to Write Your Selfie, you get some free tips on how to get started. And if you go to Grandmapreneur, they're all under Grandmapreneur Inventor. And if you subscribe, you get my book.
Connie, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited that we got to meet, and wow, more to come.
I'm so excited to meet you guys. Okay, I love your show.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye. What an amazing lady.
I was going to tell her, don't say old, say wise. I'm not getting older, I'm getting wiser.
What an incredible life, right?
I'm going to tell you, I'm waiting for the movie. Is it me or is it dark here? Are we dark?
You and I just are tan. You're not used to seeing me tan is what it is.
No, I feel like I'm in the cave.
Why?
I don't know, I need a light.
All
I
the
need that little
lights, all
split-
The lights are on. No,
Is it
this
me?
is
I'm
like,
getting older by
it's
the-
you.
You
It's
know what
you.
happened is I got tan, so we look darker. I sat outside yesterday
No,
for a
look
couple
how
hours.
nice and light they look over there. I look like I'm in a cave. I look like
they don't even
You're
have
just
the
a little
light on.
warm, but there's light around you. You're just warm.
Hey, boo-boo.
You're just warm.
Where's the breakfast basket? I feel like because bears not hibernate.
Hibernate for
Hibernate.
the winter.
Yeah, I feel like a bear hibernation.
Hard to believe we're in
God,
October.
I can't even see me. I'm so freaking dark.
Wear your glasses.
I have them on. I don't want people to know I have them.
Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, Karma Bath is joining us. You guys gonna hang around? All right, stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself, give yourself the chance to be heard, and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Kids for Kids Ministry. The vision is to see children in Haiti emerge from extreme poverty into an extraordinary destiny in Christ. The problem is the orphans in Haiti lack clean water to drink and food sustainability. These children need art-integrated education, medical needs, shoes, clothes, a lunch program, and teacher salary aid. The mission is to sponsor local leaders in Haiti to support them in the care of orphans and vulnerable children. In January of 2020, Kids for Kids traveled to Haiti to visit the orphans at their home and at their school. The school has now grown to 30 children attending daily classes, but there are many things to improve upon. To help us or to donate, contact Patty Paget at Kids for Kids Ministry, 561-876-1710. That's Kids for Kids Ministry at 561-876-1710.
But I swear I'm fine.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Are you lightened up now?
I'm waiting for the applause. Thank you very much. Thank you, mi gente, gracias.
You lightened up a little bit. You're not so tanned out. I sat outside yesterday for hours. I know.
Look at this. The sun will shine tomorrow. What's the name of that song?
The sun will come out tomorrow. Is actually what it is. Tomorrow by Annie.
You know the words to that one too?
Every single word. That used to be my go. When I used to sing, that would be my go-to song to sing.
That it's not going to rain tomorrow. It's going to come out.
Yes. Are you surprised that that would be my go-to?
Not at all.
Absolutely not, is all I can tell you.
You know, it's really funny. I started binge watching Rocky. You guys remember Rocky?
How many
are
are there?
Young? 6.
Are there really?
Yeah. Did you see Rocky? You like the Rocky movies?
I saw the first one, yeah.
So the third one is my favorite. The third one is when Mick dies. Maybe it's the second one. Mick dies, and he has to fight Apollo Creed. No, he has to fight the 18 guy. What's his name? What's the name of the guy with the
Russian hair?
The black guy. No.
Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Mr. T, yeah.
Mr. T. He had to fight him. Wow, that was unbelievable. And he talks about how he traded passion for glory in the song. I Had the Tiger. And I looked at the words. I thought his brother had done that song. It was Survivor. But he talks about how you give up your passion for glory. You know, you get it done, and you sort of sit back, and all of a sudden you don't have that hunger.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you think you're all that in a bag of chips, and you stop. Or you look for excuses as to why you're not champion anymore. And it made me think about what's going on right now. You have to pick up your passion. You got to brush it off. It doesn't matter how good, how bad you are right now. You got to go get yours. And that lady right now, that she came out with this thing, it's another message. And I'm sitting here, and it's going through my head. But the Rocky movies are such an inspirational
You know where I met
piece.
that lady? Through my group.
Of course you did.
And it's starting again tomorrow. I may do it again.
Oh, God help us. I won't live through it.
I may see if Mia wants to do it, actually. She's
Oh,
going to
God
go
help
what
us.
group? It would be great for Mia, though, actually.
It would be. It's
When are we
it's-
starting your
What is
show
it?
again, by the way?
I don't know.
You're looking at
gonna
Slick?
Well, me and Slick are gonna team up and do it together now.
I'll be ready to do it.
How is it you get into everything?
Because I'm into I'm like an octopus, social octopus. Because Hollywood headlines. I sometimes after basketball, you know, Kanye does something stupid, and then it leads me to like, oh, what's going on over here? So
I know. Yeah. I feel like the reason why I wanted to do it with Slick is because when I was doing it by myself, like Freddie was saying, it would always end up being too short because I didn't really have anyone to bounce my opinions off of. So I was more just like reading facts. But Slick is good too because he likes celebrity gossip and all that. So me and him could, you know, like have a little talk about everything.
You like celebrity gossip, do you?
He does.
it just
love it.
spills right into the
Every
Twitter
Monday we're
feed,
"Did
like
you see
right
that
now.
Kanye West?"
Like
Like-
an entertainment tonight kind of thing. Can't you just see them like sitting there or here having this
Yeah.
whole kind of interaction with everything on
I
behind the
could see
TV?
her beating him with a microphone.
No, because like right now, what's happening right now? Lakers fans are at Staples Center. Okay, woo, Lakers won. Moving on.
We could get the sports. We could add more aspects to the show. He'll get the sports stuff.
But he roots for the wrong team.
You root for the wrong team. Don't go for any New York team, guys.
Don't go for any New York teams. They stink.
So it's going to have to be on a Monday or a Friday, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you try Monday? Because Friday seemed to be kind of an explosive
Yeah,
kind of
this
busy
crazy
day.
here Friday.
Mondays we can almost catch our breath and do things, but we can do things a little calmer.
Yeah. What time would we be able to do it? Maybe.
I'm thinking 10 because Val goes on to 10:30. Kendra's at 11. So 10 might be good.
You could do 10 or you could do, who goes on at 11?
Kendra, but she's out for a couple weeks, but still.
All right, so you could do it at 11 to warm it up and then bring it back at 10. It's up to you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny because I've been after me to do different segments using the TV and standing and stuff. and Slick is Mr. Amenable.
They could do 10 also. They could do it.
I just like to
right
dive
after.
into celebrity gossip. It just happens. It's just like a
You
pop
are
up.
all up on the gossip. I know.
It's like a pop up, to be
Although
honest
I have
with you.
to tell you, an afternoon demographic I think might be better than 10.
Yeah.
Like if you guys did at 2 o'clock. But you got to leave. You got to go to work.
She got a
but
schedule conflict.
it's just a thought.
Well, it's funny because I think that the two of you would make a cool segment, and I wanted to get her standing to use this piece and bring video and all that up as well. But Slick is like a walking encyclopedia. Now he's doing posts.
What do you mean?
I saw your posts over the weekend.
Yeah, I do too.
How you getting?
Why don't I see your stuff? I got to look. What did he put?
God.
Because I'm
Tell
doing
us
posts
the
now,
real
like
deal.
I'm doing posts of like my Anchor podcast because like I kind of got a lot of hits on it. I wasn't expecting the hits on the Anchor podcast because I'm basically doing it for fun. So I'm glad for whoever listens and whoever doesn't listen, you can listen to Slick Speaks.
Funny.
I'll try my best. I'll try my best. You know.
And Slick Speaks, is that
Yeah.
the name of the podcast?
Slick Speaks, of course.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah. And I might have to change it. I might have to change like the background, but like for right now, it's okay. I'm probably on season 1 right now.
And they left the mics open on the show that he was doing.
Vigs, and I loved it.
Hilarious. I thought they did it on purpose.
No.
It was hilarious.
I'm doing it now, like
You're
more
doing it
now.
on purpose now, right?
Whose mics were on?
As in, like,
We left all the mics hot by mistake. The mics were hot, so basically, I'm telling them make sure you speak into the mic and make sure you you enunciate better. And he's like, yeah, okay. And you hear Vinny in the back. Okay,
and the
about to
open was
start.
rolling.
Yeah, the open was rolling the whole time. So it
And
was just.
but it was phenomenal.
It went with
because
the
it
beat
wasn't
and went
all
with.
the open. I thought it was a mistake. I said you may want to clean your open.
No.
Now he's using it.
I'm using
Came
it
out
now.
Really, really good.
Yeah, thank you.
I gotta admit. And tell us what somebody said to you about being on the Friday. We do the
Oh
radio
yeah,
show.
it was basically. Hopefully he's watching this. It's my brother, my older brother. Like he basically doesn't. I tell him to tune in, but he works a lot, so he never really could chime in. So basically, while on his route at UPS, he kind of heard us at 7 o'clock, the whole morning show. And I'm like, we're only 2 episodes in. He's like, oh, you sounded good. Conversation was good. Well, he had to note on you because he's like, for the Camilla Harris statement, it was kind of. he didn't like your Camilla Harris statement.
I bet he did. I came down heavy, and I was hoping somebody would do that. Yeah, you gotta show up a little earlier on Fridays because we do the show.
Come at 9 on Fridays because we record our podcast for Friday nights.
Oh,
And it's very controversial.
And I wasn't expecting him to listen to it, but he always listens to 96.9, so
That's
And
awesome.
I was shocked
and it's
about
funny
that.
because other people. I'm gonna
Wait, did you
tell
hear what he just said?
Yeah.
I
He
never.
always listens to 96.
He says 9 because he's on the road.
Yeah. So what's wrong with that?
I think we got to let people know again because we do
Being
air
serious.
live on radio.
What are the stations?
95.3 FM, 96.9 FM, 103.9 FM, and 1470 AM, WWNN Beasley.
7 o'clock on Fridays.
Yes.
And it's after hours, and it's hilarious. I listened to it. I listened to the last show. I went to dinner, and I took the slow way there to listen to the whole thing. I was dying.
I tell you, the
are
last
one
show.
funky, funny woman.
Well, 2 weeks ago, maybe this past Friday, I was still having like a hangover from the pill I took on Wednesday night, and I'm sitting there thinking, so
The pill after, the day after.
it was so bad. I had, I've had
Is
this
that the day
migraine.
after pill?
I had this migraine, so
that the day
I get
after
this
pill?
migraine pill.
Is
And
that
I
the
don't-
day after pill?
Yes, kind of. At 53, we don't have to worry about that anymore. So I get this
You're like
migraine.
the week after.
And I didn't read the side effects on the insert because it didn't make a difference because I felt so sick. And after I take the pill, I got so sick. And it lingered for 2 days.
That's
So-
twice she took the pill.
So no, only once. So Friday, it was still lingering, and I thought I was going to faint in the middle of doing
The
this
day
show.
after pill? What kind of pill? Now people are wondering. They're
It's called
writing in.
Maxalt. It's for migraines, and it says on the benefits will outweigh the side effects. Well, it did. I got rid of the headache, but the benefits lingered for 2 days, and I got this horrible hot flash in the middle of doing the show Friday. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to faint. Oh my God, we're recording a show. I can't even tell you. I got this horrible hot flash. I started drinking water. It was so bad, but I couldn't even say anything because I was trying so hard not to fall on the
That
floor.
was the day we were taping?
Yes, that was Friday. So did you see me go quiet for a while? That was because
You hearing this?
And then I gave you an espresso martini, and that must have helped.
She swallowed
Thank
that.
God. I have to tell you, we did this whole Fem City event on Friday, and Teddy and Val did a great job.
And Vinny.
And Vinny, but I mean making the drinks. And I
Vinny,
said, well,
yeah.
I must tell you my favorite. They asked why I wasn't drinking. And I said, well, Mia had made me this amazing espresso martini. And they all looked, they said, can we have one now? What's the recipe? Now, that was 3 drinks in by the time they asked for that. And we said, well, next time. They want the recipe for that also. I should send it. But that is by far, and the Mary Pickford with the grapefruit juice is my favorite.
Yeah, that
Right?
one sounded good.
That one was really good also. So we got to get you that espresso martini. My
Yeah,
face was numb, I have to tell you.
But I told,
My
but I
face
told
was
you,
numb.
I told you that we open up the Mia bar on Fridays. We pay whatever she gets at the bar, and then you put a mask with a straw. You make a fortune in here. Everybody would come out.
It's going to be like a speakeasy on Friday
A
nights.
mask, a speakeasy, yeah. A mask with a straw in it. You ever seen those?
Yeah, so they be walking around like
No, the mask is inside. The straw is
Oh.
inside the mask.
Okay. Because I seen the ones that open up.
No, not that.
It look like BDSM.
That's
Like
kinda
those-
creepy.
Yeah, I seen those ones that's open up. Like guys had zippers on their masks, or girls had zippers on
Yeah,
their
but
masks.
that's a sex
And they
thing,
open
that
up. Yeah,
bondage
that's what's.
thing. They
But it's a mask though. It's just like a weird bondage thing. Yeah.
Ever notice
so-
there's initials for everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I
Yeah,
feel like
it's very
Whatever, that
chains and whips, chains and
It is
whips.
so filthy. Run the other way.
Yeah,
It's bondage.
most definitely. 50 Shades of Grey type, type of
And
mask.
50 Shades of Grey with orange in it because it ain't
Correct.
good at all.
It's not.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to even ask what any of that
know what it
stands for.
I'm like, where do you
They
get
have to
that?
stop doing the zipper because if you have a mustache, your hair got caught in there. Women that have a mustache,
They don't have a mustache. They don't have a mustache. It's just a dark shadow, like a dark. It's not a mustache. It's just
you
a
ever
dark.
date a girl with a dark shadow?
Our pass.
Yes, you have. You have. There it is. He has. I got him. I got him. Will you guys be taking like call-ins and ask questions when you're doing the show? Cause Heart, I got him.
What? How you got me? I don't think the hard fast.
I don't
We'll
like
take it.
to
We'll
do
take
it
questions.
Like you guys run it like at 6 o'clock. Like I know you don't like pre-recording anything, but I kind of think it's more of like a later than a 10 o'clock show.
Then we can do it.
Yeah, I could actually do it at like a nighttime day.
Maybe you guys can record it and then we air it later.
Yeah.
I don't know, just a thought. Even though I know you don't like doing that.
Well, we can record it and
Yeah.
air it at night. It definitely is a nighttime
It's more
show.
of a nighttime show, and I know
Okay.
their group, because we did sort of test trials, what it's called, we baited different times, and the 6 o'clock, 6:30 for the beta for your age group
The
was better
demographic,
than a
yeah.
10 o'clock, because most people are at work,
Yeah.
or they're at school, they're not home watching, and this way they get the notification when it goes.
And the best at nighttime, then we could maybe add some cocktails to the mix.
Yeah.
Make it a cup of rum
It's
special.
funny. Mia's middle name is like cocktail.
She's so good at it.
Yeah, she's dangerous at it, is what she is. But she's funny, I gotta tell you. And you know, Slick is like, I got you good, huh? I got you.
You definitely
I got you. Made you think, didn't it?
She just had a
Dark lip. She
No,
didn't
no,
have a
I
mustache,
heard she had a
guys.
mustache.
Miss,
She
you
had more
didn't.
of a
You just had a
mustache than
dark
you.
lip. That's it.
Uh-huh.
No,
Talk about lick lop, mustache a la mustache.
it was just the shading of the room causes the dark. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, right. You
She,
had to put in the
it was
light.
smooth.
Uh-huh.
It was smooth.
I've heard every excuse in the
Is she
world.
Italian?
Wow.
She probably was. She
is.
probably was. She probably was.
It is. I know.
She
I'm
probably-
Italian. I'm not saying anything.
Mia, do you shave?
No.
But it is true. Italians, they have that 5 o'clock shadow.
It's not, it's just when women have
No,
dark
no,
hair.
no, no.
Yeah, it's the dark. It
No,
probably
no,
is the
no,
dark
no.
hair.
I dated an Italian in my day, right from Sicily.
Getting the chin wax.
Wow. Wow, I wonder if she did that.
Full face.
She got whole
Oh
mutton
my
chops.
gosh. All right, we're going to go to commercial
Yes.
break. When we come back, we've got Karma Bath Company joining us virtually from their Carl Springs location. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
Pizza District is the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. They have amazing deals, great food, and an even better customer connection. Their owner, Nico, runs the friendliest and cleanest pizzeria for miles around. With their pizza made with whole wheat, gluten-free, cauliflower crust, and traditional New York style, you can't go wrong. Plus all the extras like salad and chicken wings. They are a family-run business with a great atmosphere. Call today to order your pizza and tell them the Brooklyn Cafe sent you at 561-961-4163. That's 561-961-4163 for Pizza District, the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Hi friends, it's Bree and Ali from Kids and Capes. Tune in Saturday mornings on the Brooklyn Cafe Kids Television Network at 10 o'clock, where we share fun and ideas. And remember, peace, love, and kindness.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And you need a camera. I'm still
I don't
listening.
hear anything. I don't know.
No, I guess not.
All right, and we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. See what's going on with that camera, and we keep on rolling. Wow. Having fun. I'm looking forward to that celebrity gossip show. Maybe coming to you on Wednesdays. So more to come. We'll see what happens with that at a later time of day. We've got Karma Bath Company joining us. And actually, Karma Bath Company was a booking by Valerie Perez, one of our producers in our studio, and she spoke to them through a recommendation of Flynn's Arcade. So when you connect the dots. So let's bring over Karma Bath Company, see what they've got going on over in Coral Springs. Can we turn on their audio, guys?
Audio, how you doing? They probably got bath bombs.
How are you doing?
We're great. How are you?
We are terrific. So tell us a little bit about Karma Bath.
Well, Karma Bath and Body Co. is a business that my mom and I started, I want to say back in late 2017.
November.
Yeah, it was something that we wanted to do just to get involved in the community and to keep ourselves busy because we don't know how to not be busy. So we started doing, small little things here and there at farmers market, making soaps and just bath bombs at the time. But in such a short time, we've been able to grow, and we are now in our second store location. Even after dealing with COVID, we were very fortunate enough to manage to, get through that.
Survive.
Yeah. So we specialize in all things body care, skin care, hair care, all natural, and it's handmade by us and a couple of our family members as well.
You make all of those products?
Yes. Yeah, we have a theory that it doesn't have to be expensive to have good products. So we've grown to, I would say, over 100 products in the last 2 years, and everything in our store is $25 and under.
Yeah.
So you can have quality, good products that are not going to break the bank.
Yeah.
And tell us about your background. You just decided one day, let me make some care products? Because they're good ingredients.
Well,
they're not chemically organized.
Well, so throughout like my early adulthood, I would say, I would just make different products for people like Christmas time, birthdays, just like personal gifts to just show, you know, somebody that you put thought into it. So a lot of my friends and family just kept saying, you know, you should really do this, you know, expand and do this for a living, or, you know, maybe create something that you can do outside of your normal work day. So we decided one day that it would be a good idea to try, I think, about 3 or 4 products just to see how it would work out. We did a local farmers market, and it was so successful, so we just kept going and growing the product line until we were able to find a small store.
Yeah.
We had a lot of problems, you know, obviously in the heat and humidity in Florida, trying to have natural products outside. They were, you know, not doing so hot. So we found a small little store, and we were really happy with that location. And then an opportunity this past February came about to where we were able to go to a space 3 times the size. So now we've really expanded, even with a party room where people can come and make their own bath bombs and paint their own bath bombs and make sugar scrubs and scent it how they want to scent it versus what, you know, the stores tell you to scent it in. So it's been an interesting last 6 months, that's for sure. Between trying to expand during COVID and stay in business, it's been an adventure, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Where are you located?
Coral Springs. We're located, if anyone's familiar with the area, it's right across the street from Pizza Time. That's our landmark, so to speak, because everyone knows them.
What are your
They've
cross
been here
streets?
forever.
Just as an idea.
Coral Ridge and Sample.
Okay. And what type of products do you have?
Everything. We are, like I said before, we don't know how to not be busy. So we're always making something, always working on something new. We started out originally with just simple skincare, basic sugar scrubs, and a bath bomb recipe I got off of Google. And since then, we've been able to tweak things and work in new ingredients that we've done the research for, and we've had our close friends who specialize in those types of industries work with us to formulate pretty much everything. So we always say we got you covered head to toe, because you can walk in and someone will always find something. Yeah, we have our biggest product line is our whip soap scrubs that you can use as a shaving cream, a bubble bath, or a body wash. We have over, I would say, 30 different scents that you can choose. Or we have a section here in our location that is all unscented, and we have about 50 to 60 fragrances that we carry in the store. So you can come in and you can pick a soap unscented, or a sprayable lotion, or a body scrub. You can choose your own scent, your own color, and we can mix it for you here on the spot. But we do have a large product line of skincare for the face and body. We have vitamin C serum, we have vitamin E products, we specialize in hemp oil products. Anything can be made upon request at no additional charge. We like to try and customize products for everybody.
And if Freddie's going to know, any men's line?
Yes, we do carry a men's line.
There you go.
And we have hair and beard oil for men. We have shaving cream.
We have whip soaps and fragrances, masculine fragrances.
Skincare for men also.
Oh, you have a shaving line with aftershave and foam to shave?
It's a cream base. It's like a shaving lotion. So it's not a foam. It's more of a shaving lotion. So it won't, it's not a soap product. It's more of a lotion base.
Yeah, so it won't dry you out and it won't cause any sort of
breakouts. I know a lot of men experience breakouts when they shave because it's so dry, the ingredients, that come in the regular shave cream.
Right.
It's just super hydrating.
So it's like an aftershave.
But you gotta, but use it to
Essentially,
shave.
it's kind of like a shaving cream and aftershave in one.
Yeah, it looks like a lotion base. I have.
Interesting. Do you have?
I can get one.
Do you have anything for diabetics? Diabetics have dry feet. One of the problems that happen with diabetes is the feet begin to dry up. That's how they get the sores, the ulcers, and that thing. And you have to put a lot of oils. That's one of the reasons I like that product you gave me the other day. Do you have anything that stays? I don't want to use the word greasy, but oily for the feet.
Yeah, we have quite a few different products actually.
Yeah.
One of the things that you'll find in our products is that you can get different uses out of different things. So we have something called Belly Butter, which is for nursing and pregnant moms. It's a very thick, heavy butter-based lotion, which would probably work really well. We also have something called Heal Ya, which is a stick, like a after scrub stick that moisturizes the feet, which works. And we also have
Those
body
products,
butters
yeah.
and stuff that would work.
But for
too.
the feet itself, the petty stick is made from cocoa butter,
grapeseed
shea
oil.
butter, grapeseed oil, and it comes like in a stick consistency. But once it's put on the skin, it's very easy to work with. It sort of like just melts into your skin. Also, like with the belly butter that Allie was discussing or telling you about, that could be used really anywhere.
Dry elbows.
But that's a clay base, so it locks in moisture when it's mixed with the oils and applied to the skin.
Yeah, that's the difference right there. They located in
Coral Springs.
very interesting, very interesting aspect because everybody has, Slick Lass over there, but when he gets older, he'll be putting.
Maybe you guys can come up one day with some samples and we can try them, which would be kind of cool.
Absolutely. Of
Mhm.
course. Yeah. If you ever want to come by,
Because we're in Boca,
come on
so we're
in
not
and
so
we
far.
will-
Yes, let
Yeah,
us know.
please.
We'll book a date and a time. We'll do a private shopping for you guys.
We'll
That
go
way
to the
we
store
can
and you can
explain
come in.
everything. If you have any questions, you want to test
I'm looking at
anything.
the same person twice here. Are they twins?
I know, genetics is insane. That you guys look so much alike. It's freaky.
Oh yeah,
But-
thank God, baby. So yeah, I always say I'm grateful to have my mom's face and my dad's features.
She talks and she finishes. I'm saying, is the camera split?
Yeah.
What is going on? I'm looking up saying, this is like, we got to move them, separate them.
From working together and living together, like we're really close. I mean,
Yeah.
we fight. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of love and couple curse words that go behind some of these products, but
Yeah.
we get it done. And at the end of the day, we can
At
get
least
everything
once a
decided.
month, one of us is quitting.
Yeah. So, but we get through it.
We could do what was it that I used to do? It's a healing day. I used to take one day a month or a week, and it was all about the healing.
Well, here's something really
Oh, like a
interesting.
self-care day.
Tonight,
A self-care day.
There you go, self-care.
I'm so sorry you were not invited to this either.
You see, this is, okay, hold on. If Vinny's invited, there will be an uproar. Slick, you with me?
No, that would be an uproar. Like,
ridiculous.
I know.
But
I thought
tonight
Fem City.
There's a self-care Zoom Fem City evening event, and they brought me the samples that I get to use tonight. So there's a headband, I got a scrub, a moisturizer, and a mask tonight. So at 7 o'clock is my self-care kind of night, but I would love, maybe we can do something with you guys to do it for men
Absolutely,
and women.
yeah.
Would be really kind of
No,
cool.
no, you know what? Excuse my partner. I think the guys want to have their own night. Why is it that it's women or men and women?
Yes,
It's never
testosterone
men.
night,
Why can't we
yes.
do something for
Let's
men?
do a men's night.
Testosterone day.
Not this night.
Testosterone day. Yes.
That would be
Testosterone
great,
day.
right? You could do a
Testosterone.
totally, that would be a nice idea.
Isn't it the best thing?
Everyone needs some self-care.
Yeah,
Everyone.
we'll definitely send you over some samples.
And guys should always smell good.
We don't want you to send them, we want you to
Absolutely.
bring them. We need you guys to come up. Are you open every day?
We're open as of right now with COVID. We just reopened in June. We were closed from March to June. And in the beginning, we were trying to figure out how, we were going to do everything safely. So to accommodate that, We are open as of now Tuesday through Friday, 12 to 5, and then Saturday we're 9 to 5. But as the holidays approach, we'll be open on Sundays and Mondays. And we have a bunch of events scheduled pretty much every weekend of October, November, and December.
Maybe we can have you come up on a Monday then while you're closed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great. Schedule anything.
Yeah, we try and leave Mondays closed so that we can reserve those days for private parties, like when people want to come up and make their own bath bombs and stuff. That way the store is not, they're not being interrupted by people going in and out, even though it's a private room.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to know, oh, what's going on in there? Like, what are they doing? So Mondays and Sundays are usually
the best days for that.
Yeah, but since we're closed on those days, we'll be happy to come over.
Of course.
That'd be fun.
And I also wanted to ask, when you wear a mask all day, I don't know how these kids do it. They wear a mask all day. Is there something that you can put on the inside of the mask? Because I'm gonna tell you, after a while, I start to choke. I choked the other day in a restaurant. You know how embarrassing it is to have to go outside because they think you're sick?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this guy's sick. And I was choking on the mask.
That's what happens. It's all the fibers.
We sell a mask refresher spray. That's it's
There
a
you
citrus-based spray, so that you can sort of, every maybe couple hours, maybe twice a day, once a day, you could just spray your mask, and then it's just to freshen it up so that you have something other than the, your own breath.
Your breath is killing you.
Exactly. So it does help a lot to have that fresh feeling.
And you can use it on your hands too.
Yeah, you can use it on your hands as well, just to sanitize and freshen up your hands.
And tell me about I don't want to say the chemicals, the ingredients. They're all natural. So it's natural citrus, it's not chemical based. Tell me about the benefits of your ingredients.
We do use, all of our ingredients are natural. We do use a preservative every once in a while, and it's one that is I think deprived from coconuts, if I'm remembering correctly. So it's nothing that's ever harsh on your skin, ever.
Everything is paraben free.
Absolutely.
There's nothing that's
alcohol free with the exception of sanitizer. But we really try to get the best, the most clean ingredients. We do use essential oils and we do use fragrance oils. There are some fragrance oils that are chemical based. We do not use those ones. We use the ones that are deprived from natural ingredients. And anytime something, if it were ever to come up that we find out that one of our ingredients contains something bad, we scrap it immediately and we never use that product again. So, or we reformulate it to, something that's clean and better. We never will and don't plan to ever to use something that's not good for you.
Yeah, if there's and then also too, by us being able to create things here on site that are geared towards like your skin or what you're allergic to, we can eliminate certain ingredients as well.
Yeah.
Just like we have a client who's allergic to lanolin, we don't use it, so she's able to create her own body butters and lotions and sprays and feel comfortable that she's not going to have to worry about breaking out or having an allergic reaction to anything. I'm sorry.
I know he's looking at me because everything we have in here gives me an allergic reaction. Cleaning fluids, candles, you name it. I don't light it.
Cooking.
Don't use it. Don't smell it.
Cooking. We had a segment Friday. We had, oh my God.
The sterna that they were using to cook, we had to open the doors and air it out because I can't take anything like that. So I'm really interested to see your product line.
Yeah. We do have quite a few customers who have certain needs where they have eczema, but it's a little more severe than the common case or anything like that. So we do pride ourselves on being able to accommodate most people in store, but we also work with you. So if you say I can't have this, or this, but this is safe, then we'll make whatever we can from scratch with those ingredients to know that you can use it safely. We think in our store that there's something for everybody. That's our goal.
And moisturizers for your face also.
Yes,
we have that as well.
Yeah, we make a vitamin E moisturizer, which is it's non-greasy. So when you think of like vitamin E, you think, oh well, it's very thick and it could leave your skin greasy. But the way that we formulated this particular moisturizer,
it's moisturizing, but it doesn't leave you greasy. And I have very oily skin. Yeah, I use it all the time. So I can say it works wonders.
Yeah, and then we also have we do a coffee face paste, which also is it's made from coffee, honey, vitamin E, and those that's also could be replaced as a moisturizer if you can't use vitamin E or something in the moisturizer.
All of our products for everybody. Yeah.
Do you white label? Do you put somebody else's? Can they put their name on the label?
What do you mean, like private
like
labeling?
Mia's Magic Mist or Slick's.
Private labels, what he means.
So I don't think we've looked into doing private labeling in the past. It's never really something that's worked out, but we do have like people who have custom orders. I make all the labels myself, so we work together to create the products, but I'm pretty much like, I'm in charge of the labels. I like to do that.
Yeah.
So anything that you want, if you want, your name, if you want a date, if you want a color, anything, just let me know and I can customize anything on the label for you.
We actually are talking with a company now that does princess parties for children who wants us to do private labeling for them. So that would be our first juncture into private labeling, but we also were signed a contract with a woman in Nevada, in Las Vegas, her name is Monica O. Jackson, and we've created perfume lines for her that she's going to be putting in her, she has a stylist. She does, what is that called? Entertainment news. I couldn't think of the word. I apologize. She has entertainment news for a local channel, but she is also signed with CBS to have her own syndicated talk show. So we were very fortunate to meet with her and create these fragrances for her. So coming out in November will be the first one, and then January and I think March of next year, the other two will launch. But so that's something that we're doing for her. So if anybody wanted to create their own scent or their own product, we could do it for them and just label it, that way for them.
I love it because, like I said, I talk all the time. I don't wear perfume. It's hard to find anything that doesn't give me a headache. So I'm excited to see what you guys have.
One thing that you would maybe consider doing that we do here, instead of a spray perfume, we can do a solid perfume for you. So you can choose a fragrance oil that would not agitate an allergy, and then you can put it into like a perfume balm. So it goes on like a chapstick sort of base.
I now fall into the realm of special needs. Special needs. That would now be me.
It's interesting because you got oils that are scented, you got perfumes that are scented, and depending, it's really your body chemistry because you could wear something and Slick could wear the same thing. My chemistry is not the same.
Yes.
No, it won't smell good. It kind of stinks.
I don't want
too
you
good.
to stink.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Tell people how they can find you, your phone number, or your website.
Yes, absolutely. Our website is karmabathco.com, and we're located at 11471 West Temple Road, Suite 2. We right now for Halloween we have a big bathtub with a witch in it on the windows.
You can't miss us. And then on Instagram and Facebook we're at Karma Bath Co.
And our phone number is 954-263-7340.
Awesome. Ladies, thank you so much. I'm going to have Val set up a time to have you come in and we can sample some of your products.
Absolutely. We'll look forward to it. Thank you.
Have a great day. Good luck. Thank you so much.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Listen, we could do something with like Mia does the Magic Motion Potion.
Magic Motion Potion.
See, look at Slick.
Magic noise. How did you come up with that? Like Magic Motion Potion.
About that this week. Undefeated City.
Magic Motion.
Good. Nice facial.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oils.
Do you believe in magic potions and stuff like that?
Yeah.
No, I do.
Okay, wait. One at a time.
Yes,
no,
yes.
and a yes.
Yes.
It does exist.
I can't say a magic potion. No, go ahead, Mia.
I believe in like scents. Well, like certain smells will attract you to someone. Like if they smell really good, and what do they say about like the pheromones or whatever? I don't know about love potions. Though.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, that's not.
There is a potion from Victoria's Secrets. And I was working at the union. And I kept coming in, and this crazy stuff started happening to me physically. And I'm going, what the hell is going on?
You got flustered?
Hold on a second. So they sell something of Victoria's Secret. And they had a name in the day called Love Magic No. 9. So I asked all the girls because somebody was smelling absolutely delicious, and they had some kind of thing going on with this.
I know.
And they had them pheromones.
And everyone's body picks up a different scent on it.
And they made this for her. She paid a lot of money for it. And she looked at me, she says, oh, you pick up on that? I said, how the hell can you not pick up on it? Every guy was like a dog in heat.
What?
That's how you were?
True story. So they made her not wear it to the office anymore.
That's funny.
It's a true story.
No,
I swear to God. And it was the wildest thing. Never in my life had that ever occurred to me. Never has it. But it was something that they put into this secret potion.
Where can I go get one of these made?
First of all, be very careful what you wish for, because if you get this, you'll have every hound following you around. So that might not be too cool. All saying.
Sounds pretty cool.
Nice job, guys. Nice
She wants
set,
hounds.
everyone.
You believe this? She's a hound seeker, a very dog in Boca.
Well, some of them would be cute, I'm sure.
Yeah, she's going to have to weed them out. She's going to weed them out.
All you need is that one out of 100 that believes
hound
in
is
you.
a hound is a hound.
And so when she going to weed them out, she's going to be like.
They told me one day, it says, oh, that dog is licking a woman's face. I was dating a girl, and the dog is licking her and licking her nose. And I says, that's a male dog. She says, so what? I go, what do you think he cleans himself with?
And on that note, everyone, have a wonderful Monday.
Yes.
We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Drive Time. Slick Speaks comes to you tomorrow morning, and I don't know what other shows, but we'll see. So tune in. The Pamela Chanel David Show, The Reinvented Life, will be airing on Wednesday at 3:30 this week after Amy Reshevsky. So have a great day, everyone. Be safe, be kind to each other. Karma Bath, Grandmapreneur, so much great information today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
And don't be late.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save her. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors, just to raise